everyone, how's it going? Happy New Year. Oh my gosh, my lovelies. Yes, it is officially the start of 2026. So have a wonderful New Year. I hope you've all had an evening of festivities and celebrating, or just a good old night in playing board games, as I did. Quite one in with the family. It was very, very nice actually. So yes, let me know guys, what did you do for New Year? It's very interesting. So guys, today we're back with another video from Chuds BBQ. We're back with Bradley Robinson. And today we're going to be watching Bradley make not just scotched eggs, not deviled eggs, but deviled Scotch eggs. Oh my gosh. Now, I love both. I've recently discovered that I love deviled eggs. Oh my gosh, and they are so, so delicious. I've made them twice since. Oh, they're lovely. And obviously, being a Brit, I love me some scotched eggs. So when you combine the two together, only good things can happen, can't they, guys? So this video has been requested from the wonderful Matt W. through Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you very much, Matt. Now, I know it's taken a while to get around to doing this. I do apologise, my friend. It did get forgotten about, but thank you for reminding me. I'm a bit of a scatterbrain these days, so thank you. Thank you for requesting this. Let's catch up and see how Bradley goes about combining these two tasty, wonderful eggy treats. And as ever, guys, if you're enjoying these reactions, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, my lovelies. If you're interested, I have a Buy Me a Coffee account. The link is over here. And should you wish to support this channel any further, I have a Patreon account. If you fancy checking that out, that's amazing. Thank you very much in advance. That link is in the description below.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chuds BBQ.
What is
My
up,
name
Bradley?
is Bradley Robinson, and today I'm going to show you how I made these. Beautiful, delicious,
Oh,
scratch-made,
gosh.
smoky, deep-fried, amazing, smoked and deep-fried deviled Scotch eggs. Come on.
I can only imagine what they taste like smoked. Oh my gosh.
This is some meat. Pat it dry. And what I got here is some chunks of pork butt, looking pretty fatty, as well as some pork belly over here, just to make sure we've got a nice fatty sausage. And that's because today we're taking another look at the Scotch egg, because I love a Scotch egg. You know, they're great this time of year to bring to a holiday party, because they're kind of festive. Also makes for a good football food, nice little snack, and they're just so tasty. But we're doing it a little bit differently today, because we're gonna be making deviled Scotch eggs, because that just sounds really tasty, and I think it's gonna be a lot easier, especially if you're new to making Scotch eggs, because we don't have to worry about a runny yolk.
Oh my gosh, yes, of course. So yeah, for any of our viewers that haven't experienced a Scotch egg, they are delicious. So you've got your egg, it's wrapped in sausage meat, and then it's rolled in breadcrumbs and it's deep fried. The aim of it, speaking for maybe most British people, I'd say the aim is to get that nice runny yolk. I mean, I'll eat it either way. If it's been hard yolk or soft, I'll eat it either way. But I'd say the aim that you're going for is to get that yolk nice and runny, but you want the egg perfectly cooked. You know, you want that white cooked all the way through. So yes, I have previously watched Bradley's video where he made scotched eggs. Oh, and they looked absolutely fabulous. Like 10 out of 10 for effort. Oh my gosh, they looked so tasty. So yes, I'm not surprised Bradley likes to indulge in a Scotch egg, but they are wonderful. They are yummy, yum, yum, yum.
And I know a lot of people don't like runny yolks anyway, so I think this should work out really well.
Oh,
I remember last time I made Scotch eggs, I was really nervous the whole time, because whether you're throwing them on the grill or in the deep fryer, you really don't want to overcook the yolk. But for a deviled egg, we don't have to worry about that. So I'm just getting this cubed up so it's nice and small, so it fits in the meat grinder and grinds up a little bit easier. And I'm going to pop this in the freezer for a couple minutes to get nice and cold to make sure we get a nice clean grind. And while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and get our spices ready, which include some kosher salt, some black pepper, some granulated garlic, some paprika, red chili flakes, a little bit of mace, and some dry marjoram. And get that all nice and mixed up. And to be honest with you, I'm not really aiming for any particular type of sausage. I think generally speaking, breakfast sausage is used. And we're kind of getting breakfast sausage vibes with the red chili flakes and the marjoram. Normally you use sage, but I think with the mace and the marjoram in there, we get a little more German flavor profile going on. And I think all these flavors should work out perfectly.
I think if you were going for more of a kind of British kind of Scotch egg, we normally use sausage meat that's just really seasoned, obviously with salt and pepper, our favourite, and sage. So yes, that would keep it maybe more towards you know, a recognisable British palate. So this is slightly different, this seasoning. I really want to try this. I need one of these. It makes even putting it together look so much fun.
And now that the meat is nice and cold, through the meat grinder we go. Got the fine dye on there, and we're gonna go through one time. Beautiful. And just like that, beautiful grind, nice and clean, looking nice and fatty. So in we go with our spices and get that all mixed together. No binders today.
I was just going to say, have you got a binder?
I don't plan on tasting this. Although I might, because I made a lot of sausage. But these will make for some good patties if we have extra. Also going to go in with some water to help this become a more tacky sausage. Probably not all the water though. Just going by feel. And after just a few minutes, looking nice and sticky, nice and tacky, and our sausage is good to go.
Can I ask, might be a daft question, but if ever I'm making, like using sausage meat to make like sausage rolls, for example, my binder, would you say that is? I would add an egg to, you know, kind of make it into a mush, make it all bind together. Why is Bradley using water instead of egg? That might be an absolute novice question. Like I say, the only time I've ever really used sausage meat. It's more for making sausage rolls. I've never made my own sausage meat or sausages yet. I do want to try though. But why not egg? I'm sure someone's got the answer for me. Let me know, guys.
Pop this in the fridge for a little bit, let those spices hydrate, because we need to boil some eggs. And to do that, into a pot, we're gonna go in with a whole bunch of eggs. It's a lot easier to put these in first and then put water on top of them, so you're not having to drop them in there, because we don't want these to crack. Doing 12 eggs because I'm probably gonna mess a few up when I'm peeling them, but if not, extra hard-boiled eggs is fine with me. So now in with our water.
Yeah, right.
And now high
Still
heat.
tastes good.
Oh, Jesus. And we're gonna let that come up to a boil. And I've seen all sorts of different tricks, like some people salt this water, some people put vinegar in there, some people put baking soda in there, and I'm not sure if any of that works to make these easier to peel, so we're just gonna go straight water today and hope for the best. And once up to a boil, I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit because we don't want massive bubbles, because that'll juggle these eggs around, we might crack them. And I'm gonna set a timer for 7 minutes. Boop. Time is up. So out these come. I got a bowl of ice water right here, and we're gonna go right into there to cool these down, and hopefully that'll shock the eggs a little bit so they're easier to peel. And after letting these cool down in the water here for about 10 minutes or so, we're gonna try and peel these, and hopefully it goes well. Typically I do this in the sink under running water, but in the bowl probably saves more water. And just like that, all peeled up, and I gotta say it actually worked out pretty well.
Now I have a handy trick here. One of my patrons, Lily, Missy, thank you. If you pop the egg after they've cooled down, after you've shocked them in the ice water, and you pop them in a jar full of water, and you just shake it from side to side, it cracks all of the shell. But it's wizardry. I can't explain it any better than this. But when you peel the shell off, none of your whites are damaged. There's not a blemish on them, and they are beautiful, aren't they? I have tried this, and I can say it works. But yeah, oh no, we've had one that's had a little chunk taken out of it there. Do you know what though? For Scotch eggs, I would say no one can notice because you're going to cover it in sausage meat anyway. So I don't think I don't know if you really need to extend the effort to avoid the little casualties here.
A little dingers out of this guy, but for the most part, some good looking eggs. I definitely rolled this one a little too hard though. It's cracking. Let's just slice on into this one and see how we did. Still a little jammy in the middle, but I think that'll work out just fine. And we are gonna cook these again, so that gives us a little more insurance to make sure we don't get chalky, overcooked eggs. So now all we need to do is get these wrapped up in our sausage. So I'm gonna grab a handful here, and I'm just gonna kind of flatten it out a bit, going maybe 1/4 inch thick. Take one of these bad boys, and we're just gonna get this encased. And I usually start out with more than I need, and just keep shaping, and you can always work it towards the end and then take some off this way. And the whole time I was peeling those eggs, I was trying to be real careful because I forgot that we're making Scotch deviled eggs, but presentation is a lot more important when you're serving these as traditional deviled eggs. But if you do ding up the sides, I don't think anyone's gonna be able to tell because it's wrapped in sausage. I'm also really liking this recipe because, again, we don't have to worry about overcooking the yolks too much because we're not going for a runny egg, which means we can probably get away with more sausage and cook these a little bit longer. But there we go. Perfectly wrapped up little Scotch egg. And now we repeat. Because that is a concern when you're doing the runny yolks, is you don't want to put too much sausage on there because you don't want to have raw sausage, but you also don't want to overcook the yolk. But I digress. Beautiful. And just like that, all wrapped up, looking beautiful. I'm going to pop these in the fridge for a little bit to let that sausage firm up. But you could cook these right away. Which gives us plenty of time for another episode of Bones Try Something Weird.
Oh, just before we move on, just quickly. Yeah, so the shape of these, they're quite oblong. I don't know if you've ever seen any from, I don't know, like on TV, if you've ever seen any from like our butchers, they tend to be quite spherical, and like in a sphere. I don't know how they manage to do it, because whenever I've tried to recreate these using normal eggs, like just regular hen's eggs, they do end up a little bit more oblong in shape. But if you make them with a smaller egg, like a quail egg, you can get them quite dainty looking, and they look, I don't know, like super cute and appetizer, hors d'oeuvre sized. Because these can be quite big by the time they're actually fried and breaded and all sorts.
What's on the menu, buddy?
Premium haggis.
Oh, God.
This is from our buddy in Scotland, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. It's got lamb lobes in it.
Lamb lobes.
Oatmeal, lamb suet. Yeah, let's do it. Said you're supposed to warm it up.
Have you ever had haggis? Oh!
I don't think
It's
I've
a
ever
lot
actually
greater
tried
than I thought it would be.
Whoa.
I've never had haggis, no, so I
I've
don't
had
know
it
what
in
to
things.
expect. I've heard great things.
I can smell it from
Smells
here.
like cat food.
Yep.
Just like all of these.
Oh.
It's like a bottle of ketchup.
Oh, it's starting to flake out.
I just keep
Hope
it
you
out.
can edit this.
Yep.
Still going. 15 minutes later.
What is going on?
It almost looks like a mushroom duxelle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Haggis Wellington?
I don't think I need to empty the entire contents, but on the can it says to. It also says you can add a wee dram of whiskey before serving for a real Scottish flavor. All right, a wee dram.
Yeah.
That's pretty wee.
It was wee.
That was, yeah.
I follow directions.
Matt, how would you describe the smell?
Wet cat food.
It's very
Really?
oaty. I'm smelling a lot of oats.
It is oaty. Now, we don't have a proper sheep's stomach to put this in, but I guess we'll have to make do. That looks weird.
It's not very appetizing looking. Okay. Smells like scotch.
I don't know, I kind of always associated the smell of haggis with like I've only ever really tried it with other things. I've never really had it on its own, not really. Oh, not in a sheep's stomach, intestine, whichever one it is. I don't know. I always associate them with black pudding, and I think they're quite. Oh, maybe it's what I've had them tried it with, but I think the flavour is quite similar. But then again, that might be. Is it the? Is it barley that it's mixed with? I can't even remember for black pudding. So I don't know why. I always associate the two. I think they're quite similar in smell and flavour.
For as how pungent that was, there's like no flavor.
Really?
Yeah, it's just mush.
Oh no!
With a little scotch in it. I mean, it's fine. It's almost Christmassy.
Oh,
It's
how
got like warming
convenient.
spice.
The seasoning.
That is pretty gnarly looking. All right, haggis, here we go.
I'm trying to think what I had
Kind of
haggis
nice.
with.
It's almost like a risotto.
Yeah, it's exactly the texture.
Gonna try it, buddy?
It's really not that bad.
No, it's
Try
not. It's not
it. It's
bad at
not.
all. I can see it being a thing.
Very mushroomy.
Yeah.
Sticky. Doesn't taste like cat food. Sure does smell like cat food.
It would make a good Wellington.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coming up.
I think giving Bradley an idea.
And just like last time we made Scotch eggs on the channel, we're gonna be cooking these two different ways. For about half of these, I'm gonna hit them with some rub and throw them on the grill, and the other half we're gonna bread and deep fry. For our rub today, I'm gonna go on with some good old-fashioned chud rub. I'm looking for something with a little less sodium and a good amount of black pepper, so this should do the job perfectly. But of course, any rub you've got would work out just fine. Or you could just throw them on the grill as is, you know? The sausage is, in fact, seasoned. But just a nice coating like that, nothing too crazy. Looking good. As for the rest of these, we're gonna do a classic 3-stage breading,
Yeah,
starting
I like
into
the
some
breadcrumb from
flour.
Scotch Scotch
The
egg.
old dry, wet, dry method. And then in here I got 2 beaten eggs. Get that covered up nice. And then into some panko breadcrumbs. And just like that, a perfectly breaded Scotch egg. And now we repeat. I'm telling you guys, if you've never made Scotch eggs before, they're a lot of fun. Pretty easy
Yeah,
too. Also during this whole process here, whether it's the barbecue rub or the breading station, just kind of reshaping it as we go to make sure it's a nice oval egg shape.
Is
Gotta
it gonna
love that.
double
Got the
coat
grill
them?
fired up. We're rocking about 300 degrees on this side. And I am gonna start these out indirect.
I like them just because, you know, it's more carbs. Why not? I like them double coated. So you pane them in the flour, the egg, the breadcrumb, and then you go back in to the egg and then back into the breadcrumb. And it gives it this wonderful double coating of carbs. Yes, that's what we need.
Just to kind of bring up the temp,
cheeky.
set the sausage a little bit, and then we'll probably throw them over the hot side of the grill in a little bit. Beauties. Also gonna throw in a little chunk of post oak here. Got a little smoke flavor on these bad boys. These little eggies have been cooking away for, I don't know, probably about 15 minutes at this point. Definitely starting to get some color. I've been flipping them around here and there, but looking very nice. Kind of getting a smoky griddle effect, which is pretty cool. But I'm gonna do a little bit of a sear on these, get some good grill flavor, and just kind of keep rotating them until that sausage is looking cooked through and got some good color. And just like that, these are looking beautiful. Got some pretty good color on there. I know the sausage is cooked through. We do have a little bit of egg poking on some of these, which is probably because of the hot and fast cooking. So these might be better, you know, on a Chud box or on an offset smoker or something like that. But again,
I've got a question. Do you reckon Bradley cooks like this, like every day or most days? Because for most of us Brits in the UK, like, you know, firing up your barbecue, getting the grill going, it's something that most people don't do more than a few times a year. I would love to do it more often. I'm volunteering this. I'm not actually the one that barbecues. It's my husband. So I'm volunteering him to put the barbecue on a bit more often. But yeah, I would love to start getting into this type of cooking more. And I would love a Chud box. I would love what Bradley is using right now. The grill, the barbecues, the smokers. I have a smoker. But I would love, like, you know what I mean? Like an outdoor kitchen, like an area properly designated for all of these wonderful, wonderful things. It'll be fabulous. And then if you covered it, because like I'm sure you're all aware, us Brits, we whinge about our weather an awful lot. And our garden furniture or garden things, you know, nice decorative things that live in the garden, barbecues also fall under this category. They don't last very long outside. A lot of our products for the garden, I don't know whether they're just not built to last, but we have so much rain, they get rusted, and then the wind, and they get blown all over the place. And there's, you know, they tend to not outlast the weather. So I think you'd have to have like a covered area in your garden. Anyway, what am I banging on about? I digress.
making deviled eggs, so we can hide any imperfections with the filling. But pretty pleased with how these are looking and smelling. So off they come. And as for these deep fried ones, I'm just gonna drop them into some 350-degree oil. And these should cook a lot quicker. And really, we're just going for color and to make sure that sausage is cooked through. And after about 5 minutes, these are looking absolutely perfect, nice and golden brown. I was temping them along the way, while at least trying to temp that thin sausage layer to make sure these are fully cooked through. But now I'm gonna pull these off, let them drain a little bit, and we'll head back in. Gotta say, I'm pretty happy with how these are looking, especially these deep fried guys. They just look so crunchy. But now we need to go ahead and cut these up and take out their yolks. So we'll start with one of these bad boys and just go right down the middle. Beautiful.
Oh,
good grilled Scotch egg right there.
Lovely.
Smell fantastic. And the sausage is cooked all the way through, which is great. And for these deep fried guys, same thing. Oh, that looks perfect. That's a good looking yolk right there. Nice and crispy too.
I want to try both of these, obviously. Especially the smoked sausage meat. Oh, wow. I can't even imagine like what that would do to kind of elevate the Scotched egg. Even though you are missing the crumb, but that's okay. Yeah, I would like to try both of these, but I'm very excited about the scotching and the deviled egg in one.
And once you get these all cut in half, we're gonna go ahead and try and get these yolks out and pop them into a bowl. Boop. And now that we got all the yolks in here, we can go ahead and make our filling. So we'll scoot these off to the side for a minute. And then in we go with some mayonnaise. I'm going Japanese mayonnaise for a little extra flavor.
Oh,
a shot of
cheeky.
some Dijon, a pinch of salt, some freshly cracked black pepper, some paprika, as well as a little bit of
I like how he says
cayenne,
that.
some of your favorite hot sauce, as well as a splash of some apple cider vinegar. And I'm just kind of eyeballing this so you can really dial it in
relish.
to however you want it to taste.
I've got to say, my most favourite thing about trying the deviled eggs, I think, was actually the addition of that sweet relish that made it for me. Or Kent Rawlins, was it the sweet one that oh, there was another one, bacon bits in. But yes, you can vary them quite a fair bit, can't you? The filling. But I like that variety as well. I think when you've got a few different flavours, they all really kind of bounce off each other, and you can try, you know, a smoky one, you can try a sweet one, a sour, pickly kind of flavoured one. But yes, I loved the sweet relish I put in mine.
It's funny, I've never made this few deviled eggs before. Not much filling, but it's tasting great. So now we need to pipe them into our eggs. And to do that, I'm gonna grab a piping bag, throw a little piping bag tip in there. Always remember to do that if you're using a tip, because you'll fill it up and forget, and it's super annoying. Then into a little cup.
Oh my gosh, I'm stuffing Bradley again. I apologise, guys. This has brought back flashbacks. So just a word of warning in case anyone hasn't tried this and you're trying it for the first time. If you do put sweet relish, pickle relish, in your deviled egg mixture, be mindful of the fact that it's going to create quite big chunks. Or bacon is another one as well. Now, if you're using a piping nozzle, unless it's very, very wide, yes, I'm sure you can imagine, you're going to get chunks that are going to get blocked in that piping nozzle. That happened to me. I spent a long time fishing them out of that nozzle. They did look quite pretty at the end, but just maybe something like a word of warning for y'all if you haven't experienced it yet.
Fold the edges over, and simply enough, in we go. And now we can go ahead and snip the tip. And we are ready to start piping. We'll start out with one of these fried guys. The best part about deviled eggs is even if you don't get all the yolks out, it looks kind of dirty now, but you'll never be able to tell. And there we have it, our first deviled Scotch egg. Let's repeat. The only problem I'm having is some of these are super deep and others are really shallow because I definitely did not cut these perfectly in half, but that's all right. Beautiful. And there they are, folks,
No one
looking so
cares when
cute.
they're in
And we're
your
gonna
belly.
top these off with some chives, just
Yes.
for good measure. You
Lovely
can put whatever you want on these, you know? A little jalapeno, a dusting of cayenne, whatever floats your boat. Gotta say, folks, I'm pretty happy with how these came out. It's interesting to see the size difference between the smoked ones and the deep fried ones, but there they are in all their glory, and I am ready to take a big old bite and see how these came out. I think I'm gonna go for a deep fried one because that's a little more classic Scotch egg, and see how it is in deviled form. No. Heck, spoiler alert, it's good. That deep fried crunch from the panko with that freshly made sausage is super tasty. And that filling is just so flavorful, you know? And it's a lot easier to eat than a runny yolk version. But yeah, that's fantastic.
Oh yeah, they do run.
The acidity in that filling really plays well with this because we are eating deep fried sausage after all. So having a little brightness and a little freshness from the chives too. Very nice
Or a little
bite.
pickle.
But now we gotta try one of these grilled ones. These ones smell so good. Mmm. That was one of the deep ones. A lot of filling in there. That's a completely different experience right there. The sausage is smoky, and it's got a good sear on it. It eats a lot more like a barbecue sausage. Like, it's a little juicier, I feel like. And obviously, it's got some smoke on there and some grill flavor. But yeah, that's a fantastic bite. These ones are also a lot smaller too, you know? If you were gonna do these as an appetizer or something, these are a great option because they're not nearly as filling. But that is good. Definitely getting that
Holding
grill
off the-
flavor. That rub on the outside with the black pepper gives it a little bit of kick, which is great. And I like it. Nick, would you like to try a deviled Scotch egg?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely.
They're so cute.
They are. Great presentation. I'm gonna try the grilled one first. What kind of sausage is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Nuremberg sausage. It's kind of like a breakfast sausage. It's got a little heat to it, and it's
improvisation
got
sausage.
some like mace and different flavors in there.
Improv.
That's fantastic.
Not bad, right?
That's really
It
good.
works out better than I was expecting. Like,
Yeah.
the deviled egg meets the Scotch egg.
Yeah, I think the textures are great. I haven't even tried the fried one yet.
I like the fried
Well, you're in
one.
for a treat, I think.
Ooh, crunchy.
Yep. I could be better.
You like the fried one better?
I like the texture of the fried one. I like the taste of the grilled one.
It's crazy how different they are.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Even though it's like just the way they were cooked.
It tastes like a completely different sausage.
Right.
It's really good though. It tastes like a grilled sausage.
Right.
Wrapped around a
Wrapped
deviled
instead
egg.
of the fried one where it's more just like a meat blanket.
Yeah.
We were talking about wrapping these in bacon, but I think that might be a little too much.
Don't do that.
Because when you cut it in half, it would just unravel.
Yeah.
These ones, though, these are your past apps right there. Those ones, they just have a whole egg. Call that dinner. I love the deviled
Great
egg.
little appetizer there. kind of want to bite one like an apple.
Do it.
Do it.
And with this very last bite of deviled Scotch egg, I think it's time for the official taste test. We've got a fried one too. All right, y'all, and that is it. That is how to make some absolutely fantastic smoky and fried deviled Scotch eggs. I highly recommend giving this one a try. You know, it really does make for a perfect appetizer, game day snack, or just a random little snacky poo for a Thursday afternoon. And if you don't make your own sausage, it comes together really quick. You know, boil some eggs for 10 minutes, wrap it in sausage, and throw it on the cooker, and you're good to go. But I especially like this version because you don't have to worry about the yolk consistency. I've been talking about it the entire time, where trying to maintain a runny yolk on something you're throwing on the grill or the deep fryer can be a little bit challenging and difficult, but with these, you got nothing to worry about, and they came out absolutely fantastic. But all that being said, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that subscribe button. Let YouTube know by dropping a like on this video. If you do give this recipe a try for yourself, be sure to tag me on Instagram at Chuds BBQ. I love to see what y'all are cooking. Big shout out to all the Patreon members. Thank you for supporting Team Chud and allowing me to keep making all these videos. And until the next time I see you, please go cook something outside. Peace!
Oh my gosh. So I'm just trying to think back to the last Scotch egg video that I saw Bradley do. Was that when he combined the two of these? So he smoked the sausage meat and then created the Scotch egg. Is that what he did? Because I was just thinking to myself, could you imagine if he combined that Scotch egg with that smoked delicious meat? And I think he did, didn't he? In the other Scotch, maybe this was the inspiration, and then he combined them together. I know, I can't remember what I even ate for breakfast, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But yes, that looks absolutely delicious. Yeah, so the texture of the Scotch egg, and it is, oh my gosh, when you make it with panko breadcrumbs, oh, does it elevates it. I love panko breadcrumbs. And I think the only thing missing, or the things missing from a Scotch egg, could be that the sausage meat, I wouldn't say it's not going to be bland, but like smoking it is going to be quite difficult. But I'm pretty sure that's what Bradley did in his other video. So to have that smoked sausage meat mixed with that panko coating, oh my gosh. No, you could get better. I was just going to say you couldn't get better than that. You could. You could devil the yolk. Oh my gosh, it's a lot of effort. It's very processy, but I reckon it's worth it. I reckon it yields very, very tasty results. So what was them trying haggis about? I thought they were going to start incorporating that into the Scotch egg. No, just decided to try haggis. Fair enough. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. And thank you very much for requesting this video, Matt. Thank you so much. So take care of yourselves for now, guys. Much love. And I will catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.